Hi Sylvia, it's Joanne Vandermeulen speaking from Courtenay, British Columbia, Canada, and yeah, it is cold here. Okay, not as cold as say the prairies in Canada, but here there was actually flurries. Now it's melting as it's hitting the ground, but I mean it's chilly when there's flurries. That's just supposed to happen in the mountains, not too far away. Anyway, and speaking about mountains, that's the kind of the neat thing about living here. Pretty soon our slopes are going to be opening up, and we have Mount Washington, which a lot of the Olympic participants did their training up here, and we're really impressed with our skiing conditions. And yeah, so that's going to be opening up pretty darn soon. But in the meantime, I'm just going to stay nice and warm with my fireplace and take these big mitts off. But they came in handy this morning. Anyway, I'm here to speak to you about Your Book is Your Business and give you some more tips. The first episode, I talked to you a lot about blogging and how to get people to recognize you when you're blogging, as far as creating your area of expertise, where to put your book on the sidebar, and so that there's less clicking and less scrolling down for those readers that are coming to your site. Last day I talked about building your author platform. And so very important that, like heck, there's so many of us out there now that are blogging that the competition is fierce. So you really have to be a little crafty and think of something that's going to really make you stand out from the rest of them. And don't be afraid, okay? I know it is a time that you can boast about yourself. Those readers are actually going to be looking for you before the title of your book. So it's never ever too early to start to market your book. And that's what another thing is, like today, even yesterday or whatever, like in the past, whether you're going to be self-publishing, going through a small publishing firm, even the traditional publishers, it is up to the author to market themselves. So I'm going to give you some real practical and simple tips that you can use in order for yourself to market yourself and, bring the traffic to your site where your book is sold, the exposure that you do deserve. And that brings me to my topic today. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to create massive exposure. And the exciting thing is yes, we still have to go out into those malls and go out to the libraries and do the book signing and the book tours. It's very important to hit the locals. But now we can actually stay at home and hit literally millions of people with a click of the button. Just recent facts that actually came in. Facebook, for example, has 400 million users. Now just digest that for a second. 400 million users. And then we've got LinkedIn, which has 60 million users. LinkedIn is a little bit more of a professional site if you're looking for references or if you have questions. Go to LinkedIn. Excellent site for you, a social media site. Twitter has 190 million users, and it's crawling up there all the time. Not crawling, actually, it's leaping up there. People are coming online and they're using it. So this is where your audience is. So let's target them. Let's create some massive exposure for you and your book. I'm also going to mention another social media site that I really enjoy, and it's Goodreads. When you are promoting yourself, it's very important to target your audience. And on Goodreads, that is a place, a social media site, where readers and authors hang out. So that's just perfect for me because my fiction book, which is a suspense romance, there are a number of groups on there that deal with suspense romance. So I'm going to join those groups, get in there, join the discussions. It's important not to just throw yourself or your book in front of their faces. They don't like that, okay? But just get yourself out there and get them knowing who you are. Eventually, they will click on you or your profile, and will see who you are, and will also see your book, and will become more and more, they'll want to inquire a little bit more about you. So that is how you actually drive traffic back to your site. Now, getting back to creating massive exposure, you can enter in your profile, your well-made profile. Make sure that everything is filled out and that you have a link that leads those people right back to your site where your books are sold. Also, get on as many as you can. Upload your book cover, if it allows you to upload your book cover. Upload a picture of yourself. Do whatever, like a lot of you have book trailers. Put your book trailer on there. The more sites you can get out there, the better. Even if you don't visit them all the time, it's all about exposure. So get out there, put that, like copy and paste the same profile on all those sites. Be ready to be proactive. You have to do it because, you know, no one else is going to do it, really. So you have to get out there. And that's how you can create some massive exposure for yourself. When you are out there in those social media sites, go to the groups and contribute. Whether that's answering questions or, you know, just share what you're reading. Back to Goodreads. There are about 3 million members on Goodreads. So, like, I mean, even going on Goodreads, like 3 million is still a lot of people, right? And so if you're targeting your audience, it is a place to be. So, you know, make sure you get out into those social media sites, even if they have just 1 or 2 million people there. I know, it seems hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, we're used to having a book signing and maybe having 20 people, or maybe, okay, some of you might have 200 people show up. But still, we're talking millions here. So get out there, you know, on the internet. Get into those social media sites where those people are, and get yourself comfortable. Sit yourself in there and get proactive. Join the discussions. Get into the groups. Upload your book. Be ready. Be ready to you know, create the massive exposure that you and your book deserve. Anyway, that's all the tips I have for today. And yeah, I better put on my gloves, Sylvia, because it is cold today. Not usually like this. People are even talking about getting out the snow shovels tonight. Anyway, I know you're having a hot time there in Australia, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.